We have the Oakview Group, who has a $10 billion plan for Vegas. This is a really interesting story because it started somewhere, it's becoming something else. So the group is planning a basketball arena, and it's pretty much increasing its investment from $3 billion to $10 billion in Vegas for a basketball arena, hotel, gaming, and an entertainment district around it, which pretty much goes hand in hand. One of the most interesting things is they're not asking for public money, which means that investors get more of a share. There's potentially more of a share for private investment. They've taken a project from 35 acres to 66 acres, which is pretty much almost double. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver has come out and said that it's very highly likely that Vegas is going to have an NBA team. One of the
Highly
candidates,
likely.
yeah. I mean, one of the rumors in the rumor mill is that LeBron James has expressed interest in joining in the ownership group through Fenway Sports Group. Vegas is becoming the not mecca of boxing anymore, or the mecca of martial arts, the mecca of sports of the world. I mean, Vegas now has everything. Like, this will pretty much seal the deal if the A's go there as well. Which there's some news in that's happened last week, but we'll shelve that for the time being. How is this going to add to the current market in Vegas? Is Vegas now becoming saturated for the population it has and the population that visits annually?
Well, first of all, the NBA. I mean, Oakview leadership is starts with Tim Lewicki. And Tim was the mastermind behind AEG's global plan, starting with when I worked with him at AEG in Los Angeles when we opened up Staples Center and built LA Live, built Home Depot Center,
Wow.
made those acquisitions. Did the O2 in London, had Alliance Arena in Germany, so and Mastercard Arena in Shanghai. All the global facility management and acquisition kind of plan. Tim was the godfather of that. And since Tim has gone over, started OVG, they established the alliance, the Arena Network is one of the Arena Alliance is one of their first platforms. They've since were behind the ownership and the push to get the Kraken NHL franchise to Seattle. They renovated Key Arena into what's now Climate Pledge. They built the new arena for the Islanders, USB Arena, in Long Island, and are building venues around the world. And Vegas has always been the entertainment capital. And they're and Tim is no stranger to Las Vegas. He built T-Mobile, built Sprint. Sprint now. T-Mobile Arena down in Kansas City. I mean, these are he's been a visionary of building entertainment centerpieces, and not that Vegas needs an entertainment centerpiece, but Vegas is growing. Vegas has opened its kimono to the world of sport because now betting is okay. They were always taboo because of that. I lived there. I was building a $5 billion project that didn't get off the ground because we couldn't get major sports properties to come. We could get all the minor league hockey and volleyball leagues and archery and bowling to come, but you couldn't get football, basketball, hockey, baseball. Couldn't get any of them to come. And now they're all there. We're on the way. And so the key component, and you mentioned it, is that they're not going to ask the Las Vegas. There's no need to go to a vote and ask for a referendum from the city. We're buying the land. We own the land. We're gonna fund this, just like Phil Anschutz told California and the city of Los Angeles. I'm buying the land down here. I've got the money to build this. Don't worry about it. All that they got was about 12 million in various subsidies. Stan Kroenke doesn't get SoFi Stadium built if Stan Kroenke's not Stan Kroenke. Stan Kroenke didn't ask for anybody's money. Stan Kroenke built it with his own money. That's why a stadium got built finally in Los Angeles. There was lots of other discussions and plans to build stadiums, but they all kept coming back and asking for public money. When you ask for public money and you're a billionaire, it doesn't really go well. So, Tim's smart. Tim's got the financial backing. Tim's got the vision. Tim's got the relationships. Tim will be right in the middle of expansion in the NBA, because I think you're going to see one in Seattle now that you've got Climate Pledge Arena, because Seattle deserves their Sonics. And you'll probably see it go into Vegas because it's the next natural market, and the league wants to do an all-star game there, which they have in when they had the earthquake that knocked it out of LA. That they could use another. They believe they could use another arena. There's certainly discussions about MLS coming there at some point. He's going to be in position to accommodate an NBA team, because they're not going to go in T-Mobile. It's too booked with UFC and the Knights. They already control it, so an NBA team's going to need to control their arena. Tim's going to build entertainment. They've got the relationship with Irving Azoff, so there's concerts and those types of activities are going to be very big part of what they do. So they're not going to be reliant initially on an NBA team being there. They're going to build. They're going to fill it with everything else, and it will be nothing short of spectacular. That I can assure you, because there's not a property that Tim Leiweke has been involved in his career that hasn't been massively successful and been well thought out. So, you know, you will see a Kraken Knights rivalry get burgeon. You will see you'll see that section of the strip, the south end of the strip, uh, explode with activity, which so now that it will extend, if the A's come and if they build in the Tropicana site, you will then have this 2.5-3 mile stretch of just absolute entertainment of I've seen one of the aerial views, and you've got Allegiant Stadium here, and where the A's stadium would be. You've got T-Mobile Arena here, and you've got where OVG is going to be building there. You'd have 5 professional sports arenas literally within a 3-mile stretch.
Where are they planning to actually build it? The actual location is it that big plot of land next to the Wynn, across the road from the Wynn, or not?
No, what OVG?
Yeah.
It's north of the South Coast, South Point, or South Point now, but so it's south of where the Mandalay Bay is, south of Mandalay Bay and north of South Point. So it's if you look at Warm Springs, Las Vegas Boulevard, and the I-15, that's the land, and that's actually the land that 16 years ago I controlled for a $2.5 billion 5,000 room hotel 11 venue site that was known as the City of Sports.
Wow.
And we had the naming rights sold for it, and it never got built.
Once again, thank you very much. It's been a really interesting episode. We seem to be talking about Saudi Arabia almost every single week, so it's become a very common theme. that means that they're doing a lot of work in the space, and yeah, we'll see how things pan out moving forward. All righty, buddy.
All right. Well, again, another great week. A lot of stuff to talk about, and we'll see what the week ahead brings. I'll be on the road, so I'll look forward to connecting with you. I think I'll be where will I be? I'll uh, next Wednesday we can catch up. I'll be in El Paso, so but
Fantastic.
should be fun. Lots going on. We didn't get to U.S. Open and all that kind of fun stuff, so there'll be a lot of topics to cover next week.
Fantastic. I look forward to it. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you all that tune into our podcast, the audio version, of course. And once again, we'll catch you all next week. Take care, everyone. See you
All right,
later.
take care.